Etymological roots and early settlement. The linguistic origin derived from the Kinraya word "ig", preposition for location, and "baras", sand or sandbar. This described the town location site along the sandy banks of Cangyan River. Pre-Hispanic context. Long before Spanish contact, the area was inhabited by settlers who relied on the river for irrigation and transport. The visita system. It began as a visita of Gimbal, meaning it was a small settlement visited by priests and religious services before becoming a full parish. Colonial foundation and political evolution. 1781 establishment under the Spanish colonial administration, Igbaras was officially separated from Gimbal on May 22, 1781. The American annexation. In 1903, under the Act Number 943, the American fused many small towns to save on administrative costs. Igbaras was demoted to a barrio of Gimbal. Restoration of autonomy. Through the persistent efforts of local leaders, it regained its status as an independent municipality on January 1, 1990, through Executive Order No. 64. The 1948 Lady Kaikai earthquake, a turning point in history on January 25, 1948, one of the strongest earthquakes in the Philippine history, 8.2 magnitude, struck Panay Island. Impact on infrastructure. The original Spanish-era stone church and the convento were almost entirely leveled. Legacy. Today, the church ruins serve as a living museum, reminding Igbarasnon of their own resilience and the architectural grandeur of the Spanish period. Significant people and local leaders. Dato Malagwis and Dato Labing Isog. According to local oral history and the Maragtas, these were sub-datos of the 10 Borneans datos who first established settlements in Igbaras area before Spanish arrival. Reverend Father Juan de Medina, an Agustinian missionary who founded the first Inglesita chapel in the vicinity of Binanwaan as early as 1615. Reverend Father Juan Aguado, credited with transferring the founding and the current town site in 1952. Don Diego de Tamoo, formally selected as the first head of the Pueblo town in 1761. Don Flor Evidente, the first municipal president of Igbaras when it became independent from Gimbal on January 1, 1990. Don Eugenio Eldama, the first congressman of the 1st District of Iloilo, 1925 to 1928, representing the town on a national level. Geography. The highlands of Iloilo. Geographical coordinates. Located at 10 degrees 43 north, 122 degrees 16 east, approximately 40 kilometers from Iloilo City. Land use. Out of its 14,871 hectares, a significant portion is mountainous and forest protected, making it a green lung for the province. Topographical profile, transitioning from rolling hills in the lowlands to high-altitude peaks, reaching over 1,200 meters above sea level. Geological landmark, Mount Napulak, the Nipple Mountain. Its name comes from the Kinaraya word Napulak, describing its unique brush-shaped peak topped with a massive coral rock. Scientific interest. The presence of sea coral rocks at the summit suggests that the mountain was once submerged under the sea millions of years ago, providing a rich area for geological study. Biodiversity, flora and fauna. Rafflesia preciosa, Igbaras is the one of the few places of the world where parasite giant sour grows it discovered in the mountains of Igbaras in early 2000. Avian diversity. The forest serves as a habitat for Visayan Tariktik hornbill and the Warden's hornbill, Dulungan, both which are critically endangered. Demographic and social fabric. Ethnic identity. The population is predominantly Kinaraya. Unlike the soft Hiligaynon of the city, the Kinaraya of Igbaras is considered hard or deep, reflecting the ruggedness of the terrain. Economic landscape: agriculture and industry. Primary sector: 80% of the population engage in farming. Aside from rice, Igbaras is top producer of high-value coffee and cacao in Iloilo. The Hablon industry, a traditional weaving industry using handlooms. This craft is being received as a luxury textile for modern Philippine fashion. The hydro potential. The Tangyan River system provides a potential for small-scale hydroelectric power and irrigation for neighboring towns. The Tangyan Festival. Symbolism. Held every May, the festival celebrates the Tangyan River, which is the lifeblood of the town. Cultural performance. The tribe competition often depict the legend of the town's founding and community relation with the spirits of the mountains, Encantos. Architectural heritage and tourism. Igbaras Church ruins features a massive support designed to withstand earthquakes, though they eventually gave in 1948. Nadsadan Falls, a 100-foot high falls that primary source of crystal clear water for the town. Secret caves. Sites like Ikabugao Cave serve as safe shelter for local guerrillas during the Japanese occupation in World War II. And custom. Local flavors like linotik, a savory squash dish often mixed with river shrimps and crabs. Ibos and suman, traditional glutinous rice cakes wrapped in coconut leaves, often served during town's fiesta.